So it's another week and another weekly rewind.
Yep.
Say it's not so. The time went by so quickly.
Yeah. And as you can see, we're actually all here today because we had a really important day today. We actually got to meet a very special person. Mm-hmm. And who was that person we met?
We got to meet our brother, little brother.
And when's the last time you saw your brother?
I was like 3,
So for a lot of you guys who've been following us, you guys know that between Daniel and between Selena, there is another brother by the name of Emilio.
Yeah.
And he was adopted away from Daniel at a very young age, 6 months old. So Daniel and Selena have not had a lot of contact with him, but we've recently reached out to the family and we've made contact and we had a great day hanging out with their brother.
Yeah.
And it is truly amazing how much Emilio looks and sounds and acts like Daniel.
Or how much Daniel acts like him. I don't know.
No, Daniel came first. So
yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
He acts like me.
So it was pretty cool. What did you guys think about meeting your brother?
I know it was
I
amazing.
have one.
Yeah.
It was uncanny how he looked at me though. His hair.
They have the same hair, same kind of features,
He went through the
same smell.
Same faces.
No, it was a lot of fun. Okay.
Alright.
Well, we'll show you a quick picture and then we'll be right back. So take a look at this. Okay, now that we've gotten rid of the kids, we can actually talk about all the things that really interested us.
It's time for some grown-up talk.
Yes, and a
So
drink.
can
It's
you-
been a
can
very,
you leave
very
the room,
long
please?
day. Yeah, thanks.
The grown-ups have to talk.
Can I take my drink with me?
Sure.
You really want to do this all by yourself? Because I already made a video this week, YouTube. If you haven't seen that, I did a pretty good rant video.
No,
So if
please
you'd like
stay.
me to leave, I'll leave.
Please stay. No, they won't watch it if it's just me, so you gotta stay.
I highly doubt that. So, there's a lot of things we wanted to talk about this week, but the number one thing I wanted to talk about was there was a young man by the name of Jacob who is straight, and he knew that his best friend, who is gay, did not have a date for the prom. And his best friend has been on the activities. He's been one of the activities people for the school, and he's been planning dances for the last 2 or 3 years at his school, and he has never been able to go out on a date because I guess there's no other out gay people in the school that were willing to ask him on a date. So this young man did something really amazing, and he made a sign. Take a look at this sign.
You're hella gay. I'm hella straight. But you're like my brother, so be my date.
So that is truly the best story of the week for me. I thought it was, when I saw it, I really, really enjoyed it. It really made me smile.
I don't know too many straight guys that would take somebody they felt like was their brother in any circumstance
I don't
ever.
know. I'm really proud of Jacob. And, you know, another thing about
It
Jacob,
takes a very big heart, I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, his friend was all smiles. You see the pictures of him. I mean, he was from smiling from ear to ear, and you could tell it meant a lot to him. But another thing that really impressed me about this young man is I went to his Twitter account, and I was actually reading through some of his tweets, you know, because I just wanted to see what else he was having to say, because he's getting a lot of followers right now, a lot of people reaching out to him. And there were lots of people reaching out offering him money, offering to pay for the limo, offering to pay for their dinner, actually just people who wanted to really make this date special. And Jacob very politely kept saying, no thank you, I appreciate the offer, but it's really nice, but you know, I really don't, we were good, we got all that taken care of, but really thank you for offering. And I really thought that was really special, because in the internet today, it seems like so many people want to take advantage financially of these type of events. So Jacob, you are my true hero. You know, it just gives me a real perspective that things are truly changing today, and you know, it's pretty special.
So, congratulations to the both of you, and we hope your night is magical.
Yeah. I had to go with the girl. You went with the girl too, huh?
I did.
Yeah. Like so many other gay men, we've had to go with girls to our prom.
Sadly, but at least we got to have that experience. So, moving on.
Did you get lucky on your prom night?
No.
I did. I got lucky. Okay. On to other things.
How do you even follow that? What do you mean going on to other things? Okay, so ageism. So in the news this week is AIDS.org held a fundraiser over the weekend, which is a pool party, but they only charged people who were over 40 to gain entrance to the party.
And Brian has issues with this because he's over 40.
No, I would have issues with this even if I was 18.
Yeah. Well, I personally don't care. I mean, obviously they're trying to attract a certain crowd in order to raise money for HIV/AIDS, and you know, they wanted to get a lot of young people there. So their way of making the party with a large young audience was to not charge people under the age of 40.
From a business model, okay, the young people are not the people that have the money. It's the over 40 crowd.
And they know the
coming
over
there
40
for the
crowd
young people.
That's why. Because it's like even in straight establishments, you'll have lots of clubs that women get in free and men have to pay like $50 cover charges.
I don't know. I mean, to
it's
me,
pretty typical.
It just harkens back to a day when if you were too fat or if you're the wrong color or if you're a woman, you couldn't get into a gay bar. They only wanted one kind of person.
Wow.
And ageism of any kind is not okay.
First of all, I wouldn't go to a party like that. If they're charging me $50 to get into the party and they're letting the guys under 40 go for free, I wouldn't be a part of that event. So if you're over 40 years old and you felt offended that you had to pay the $50 and you still paid to go into this party,
I think it just sends the subtle message that if you're over a certain age, you're not of any worth to the gay community, and that's a terrible thing to say.
More than likely, people put this event together were probably over 40.
I don't want to go to your stinky pool party anyway.
Yeah.
So there. It's just like the worst of the gay community. You can only get in if you're young, fit, and beautiful. It's just the worst of it.
So speaking of young, fit, and beautiful, Bruce Jenner.
That was a terrible transition. So Bruce Jenner had a massive interview that has been absolutely clogging my Facebook feed for like 2 days now.
First, bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo to Bruce Jenner for coming out and, basically declaring that he is a woman. Mm-hmm. She is a woman.
Yes, she's a woman.
And that she's transitioning, and it was a great interview. I mean, she made a lot of people cry and made a lot of people feel more educated on the issue of transgenderism.
Especially seeing a lot of the photos that came out before she officially came out. The press just absolutely hounded her and said terrible things about her.
Well, making fun of her, making different jokes at her expense.
To have the bravery to come out this way, I think, is a tremendous act of courage.
But then she said something that made the whole world, even Diane Sawyer, went, "What?"
Yeah, it kind of took what was really a good interview and kind of made it a little bit ruined.
Yeah, I mean, what did she say?
Basically, that she is a Republican.
A conservative Republican.
Does not support the Obama administration.
At all.
Which, for most people, might be like, so? Except for the fact that the people that she does support are the very people that would make it so she can't even go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it was pretty actually laughable. I mean, she basically claimed that the leadership in the Republican Party, that she was going to reach out to them and that she feels they would be receptive to hearing her message and help pushing transgendered issues. And I was like, what are you smoking? I mean, these are the same people who want to make it illegal for you to use the restroom. Mm-hmm. These people are not inclusive people. And, I mean, you guys already know how I feel about that. Well, it was pretty pathetic.
Jenner and the whole Kardashian family are quite wealthy.
Yeah.
And that sort of gives you a certain frame of reference on the world, and a lot of wealthy people tend to vote Republican, sadly.
Yeah. Well, the Log Cabin Republicans came out with a statement, and they welcomed her into their organization, and they were super proud.
Which is great, because the Log Cabin Republicans can't get a call back either. I mean, they cannot get arrested within the
recently, they were told that they were not welcomed at a Republican event because they are not what Republicans want at their convention. So it's funny to me that they're claiming that... Did Bruce Jenner change her name?
Not yet. No, there's been no name.
I wasn't sure about that.
No, so
but she's still going by Bruce Jenner.
This whole thing sort of dovetails with the rant video you made the other day about gay people who support the Republican Party against their own best interest.
And I really don't understand that. I don't know if people are just delusional, if they don't really understand what they're talking about, if it's all about money for them. I'm having a hard time really understanding where people are coming from.
Well, the comment was made that she does not support Obama, and she is a Republican because she supports the Constitution, which is just a kind of a what?
Yeah. It makes you think that maybe she's not thinking it all the way through. But
no, it's definitely Fox News. I drank the Kool-Aid kind of comment.
Well, the most important part of the whole thing is that she is sharing her story, and we know sharing our stories makes changes. It makes people think differently. It makes people open up. It makes people who may have been against LGBTQ rights really change their mind. And there was a couple stories that were shared this week that were really special. Yeah. And we're going to show you a really small clip of these stories, and we will let you guys, we'll put links down below so you can go watch the whole videos. But they're pretty amazing. And both of these stories made me cry this week. One was from Wells Fargo, which I'm super proud of Wells Fargo. And even though I was mad at them for a while because they pretty much tried to take my house from me, this commercial makes a little bit up to me. They actually did a video on two mothers that were going to adopt, and they are actually adopting a...
So all it takes is some good PR to make you forgive them.
Good PR makes me forgive them for the evil ways.
Yeah.
But they actually made... It's a really special video. I'm going to show you a small clip, but make sure you guys watch the rest of it. So take a look at this real quick.
Everyone works hard for a reason. Working together, we can help you prepare financially for when 2 becomes 3.
Isn't that great?
Oh my goodness, I just about bawled on both of these commercials. The second one, though, that I actually did just cry 2 seconds ago was...
It's actually not a commercial. It's
kind of a PSA kind of thing, and it's by the Liberty Education Forum is the name of the organization, and they're trying to bring awareness to same-sex marriage as it goes to the Supreme Court.
Well, one of the guys who's in this thing you're about to watch is actually a plaintiff in the Supreme Court on this coming Tuesday, people. The case goes to the Supreme Court, and this will be the case that decides all of it. So he's actually a plaintiff, and he's fighting for his right to be on his partner's death certificate.
So this is the story of Mike and Dave. And Mike and Dave lived together for many years as a same-sex couple, and Mike developed cancer and became deathly ill, and they were not allowed to be married until literally right before Mike died. Now what they're fighting for is for Dave to be able to be listed on his death certificate as his husband. So take a look at this very short clip.
Will you take Mike for better, for worse, for richer and poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish all the days of your life? And if so, would you just please answer, I do.
It was something that I've never felt before. I don't expect I'll ever feel again. And on January 21st, at 8:41 at night, he died. That if I could stand in front of the Supreme Court, and I mean that, and simply say, whatever you do in the future, if you're going to pass this legislation for marriage equality, I would ask one favor of you, and that's allow me to be on his death certificate as his spouse or husband.
Okay, I don't know go watch the whole clip YouTube and have a box of tissues handy because I bawled. As soon as he breaks down, I broke down, and I wish I could just been there to hug him. Yeah. And we've got big hopes for this case as it approaches the Supreme Court.
And this is why it matters, because men like them have had to go through this hell because Republicans have chosen to ban their rights in their state laws. So it's not, people say, well, it's not just a black and white issue. Yes, it is a black and white issue. When it comes to the ladies in Florida where one was in the waiting room and couldn't see her partner as she passed away, or in a situation where, spouses can't be on each other's death certificate, it matters. It really does matter.
And all the Republican candidates right now that are running for office are actively working to stop same-sex marriage, from Ted Cruz to Marco Rubio.
They've all actively said they would pass a constitutional amendment to ban marriage equality in all 50 states. So it's not like they're being vague about this, people.
So that's our Week in Rewind. Thank you for spending an afternoon with us.
And it feels like it was a little off because we're both really tired. So we just
spent a lot
really
of time driving today. We just
in order to meet siblings, and so if we look tired and old and worn out, we're sorry. Until next time.
I don't look tired and old and worn out. Maybe you.
Until next time, you two.
Pour yourself a drink.
Bye.